He cheated on me, humiliated me, built a whole new life behind my back, and then bought a $13,000 car with his new girlfriend. 5 days later, that car was completely totaled, and the part he didn't know. Before the crash even happened, I had already made sure he wouldn't get a single dollar for it. If you've ever been betrayed by someone you trusted, someone you gave your whole heart to and wished karma would just handle it, go ahead, hit like, subscribe, because this is what happens when betrayal meets patience and just enough intelligence to let karma do the rest. I was 20 years old when I met him. He was 28, and at that age, I didn't question it. I didn't question anything, if I'm being honest. We met in a video game, late nights, voice chats, inside jokes that felt like they belonged to just us. When you're lonely, when you don't feel seen in real life, that kind of connection, it hits deeper than it should. And I was that girl, socially awkward, deeply insecure, starved for attention. So when he gave me consistency, affection, validation, I mistook it for love. Things escalated quickly, too quickly. But it felt like fate. He lived in another country, and the only realistic way for us to be together was marriage. I did all the research, all the paperwork, all the planning, and I told him one thing. If we do this for real. To me, that meant loyalty, commitment, forever. To him, it meant convenience. Looking back, the signs were screaming at me. The first time I visited him, he proposed. Romantic, right? Except later, I saw his computer password. It wasn't my name, it was another girl's. I remember freezing, my stomach twisting, that quiet voice in my head whispering, "You need to leave." But I didn't. Because I was in love, because I didn't think I'd ever get this again, so I stayed. And over time, the emotional cheating started. Late-night messages, hidden conversations, friends he was a little too close with. But every time I confronted him, he minimized it. And every time I forgave him because I believed in the version of him that didn't exist. By 2014, we'd been married over 2 years. We moved to a bigger city. Started working, trying to survive, but something changed in me. I started growing. I went back to school, got on medication, became obsessed with fixing my life. Budgeting, saving, planning. I took control of everything: bills, accounts, insurance. Because I thought if I could just build a stable life, maybe our relationship would stabilize too. But while I was building a future, he was still escaping into video games. Thousands of hours logged, no ambition. No growth, just existing. One night, everything fell apart. I wasn't even snooping. I wasn't suspicious. He just made a mistake. He left his Facebook open. The messages started popping up. And something in me said, look, so I did. And I wish I hadn't. Message after message. I hate her. She's miserable to be around. I miss your body. I want a baby with you. My hands went cold, my chest tightened. I couldn't breathe, and then I saw it. They had been together. In our bed, the bed I worked so hard for, saved for, dreamed about, and just like that, everything I believed in collapsed. I confronted him, no screaming, no drama, just, tell me the truth. And he did, no denial. No excuses, just, yeah. And when I asked, what do we do, he said, we should probably get divorced. Just like that, like I was nothing. We couldn't separate right away. Same apartment, same car, same life. So we lived together while he continued seeing her. Some days we were civil, other days I was drowning in anger, and then I learned more about her. She was 18, he was 31, and he was proud. Smiling while telling me about meeting her dad, I laughed, not because it was funny, because it was pathetic. One day I ignored his calls. I needed space. So he showed up at my job. I remember my heart racing, my hands shaking. trying not to explode in front of everyone. Leave. That's all I said, but the next day everything changed. I got an email. Your insurance policy has been updated. Confused, I logged in, and there it was, a new car. He had added a car to our policy without telling me. I called him immediately. What did you do? He casually explained. He bought a $13,000 car, and the consignor, his new girlfriend, a different one. I just sat there, staring at nothing. The audacity. After everything he did, I was now expected to pay more for his new life. No, that was it. The moment something inside me snapped, not loudly, not dramatically, quietly, cold. Calculated, I logged into the insurance account. Slowly, carefully, and I started making changes. I didn't remove the car, that would have raised suspicion. Instead, I removed the protection. Collision coverage, gone. Comprehensive, gone. Everything. Gone, and the best part, because of multi-car discounts, the total premium actually went down, so nothing seemed off. And since my email was the only one on file, he never knew. Days passed. 1, 2, 3, I almost forgot about it. Until day 5, he got into an accident, hit by an uninsured driver. His car totaled, completely destroyed, and I just sat there, processing it. The timing, the irony, the absolute perfection. Reality hit him fast. No insurance payout, no safety net, just a $13,000 loan still waiting, and a girlfriend now stuck in it too. He didn't yell at me, didn't accuse me, because deep down he knew. And eventually he said something I'll never forget. I deserved it. I laughed at first, I won't lie, but then I felt guilty. I even called the insurance company, tried to fix it, but it was too late. And maybe that's what karma really is, not revenge, just consequences arriving at the perfect time. We eventually divorced. He moved on, got married again. Years later, his new wife reached out to me. Because he was doing the same thing to her, and all I could think was, some people never change, but me, I did. I grew, healed, rebuilt myself. And eventually, I found someone who actually knows what love means. Sometimes the best revenge isn't loud, isn't messy, it's quiet, precise. And sometimes you don't even have to do much. You just step back and let karma finish the job. If this story gave you that chills feeling, hit like. Subscribe and tell me in the comments what's the most satisfying karma you've ever seen, because one thing's for sure, you can lie, you can cheat, but eventually it always comes back.